What up, man? What up?
How's it going, fellas? How's it going? I shouldn't say
Well,
fellas, fella.
we get uh we get kind of itching for the season to start, and then because it gets
I
real nice
know.
out, and then this freaking cold weather comes back and hits us, and now it's raining, and it's like 40
Ugh,
degrees.
that's gross.
So
I feel for you
yeah,
guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know. I
but
know. I heard that it seemed like it was a go kart off season work weekend.
yeah, I
So
got that from a bunch of people. Like
yeah.
I got invited to go up to Andy's, but Andy and Ken's, but I was we were busy
Hmm.
and I'm waiting for got bearings ordered coming in. So
Did you?
um, yeah, we got to change some bearings on the rear of both of them.
Hmm.
So we waiting for that. There's no sense doing anything until I replace those. So
Yeah, that's Addie was at my father's house, which should be her grandfather's house, and they tore hers down, got everything all cleaned up, and got um, parts list to get it up and ready for the season.
yeah, it's man, I just cannot find the motivation yet. I think it's because the weather is changing so much. Like it'd be
Yeah,
really warm and then it gets cold, and it puts you back into
yeah,
the mindset of winter.
it's
You
it's
know what I
oh
mean? So
hey, Kyle Larson won.
yeah, Kyle Larson won today. That's a big one.
Hey, it's a good day. It just popped up on my phone.
He was
Anyway,
10 seconds behind the leader on 30 lap tires, and he chased everybody down.
he's so good. So did he
That
sweep
like
the weekend then?
no, he got bumped out of first place yesterday on a
Oh, okay.
restart. Ended
I
up
missed
like
that.
third or fourth, but he won
Okay,
Friday night too.
yeah, I seen that where after he spun out and came back and beat everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Anyway, I'm
So
sorry I interrupted that, but I just seen that, and he's sure a
no,
nice
you're
guy.
good, man.
So anytime Kyle
Yeah.
Larson wins, it's a
So
good day.
yeah, right. No kidding. So I mean, it's coming. I took Trevor's got a little bit more room over in the garage, so I took stuff over to Trevor,
Oh, did
and
you?
yeah, so hopefully
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what the weather's supposed to be like. I even look, it's so depressing anymore.
Yeah, I know. That's what people down here they talk about. Oh, be ready for the weather change, and I'm like, yeah, your weather is. I mean, you can in Ohio, you can experience all four seasons in one day.
We are this week, I can tell you that.
You really can. Where it'd be like, oh man, this is nice. I'm in shorts and a t-shirt, and all of a sudden it kind of turns to a gloomy rain.
Right.
Then that rain turns to snow, and then
Yeah,
it's like, what happened? That's
I
Ohio.
know. It's so bad.
Yeah, it just here it could be the weather change here is it could be nice and 75, beautiful outside, and all of a sudden you have this torrential downpour. And when it rains, it just doesn't sprinkle, it rains to the point where we
Really?
might get flooded out, but it
No
doesn't.
kidding.
And oh yeah, when it rains, it rains. And it thunders, it lightnings, you just don't get that nice steady rain where you're like, oh, this is the day you sit at home and watch movies. You're looking outside like, is my house going to blow away? Oh
Well,
no.
I was going to say something, but I'm not going to. I'll just. I, I was going to say something, but I'm not going to say anything.
Okay, okay, okay. But yeah, no,
You know what I'm going to say too.
Yeah, I know where you're going. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Addie worked on her card all day yesterday. I think I called you a couple times yesterday with my experimental tire stuff, and I'm making some good
Oh
breakthroughs
God, yeah.
with some things. Really good breakthroughs with it, and I'm hoping within the next few weeks or so I can start sending some stuff out to some people to try out and see if it works. for them.
Well,
But
I
what?
think you're on the right path there
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Um, but what I do have made up, and as I told you earlier before we went on the air, I believe it's a really good tire cleaning uh, solution for like the Cobra tires. It's the best thing I've done so far when it comes to cleaning the Cobras and not washing away the stuff like with, as I said, with the, you and I talk with Simply Green just doesn't work. And a lot of people said that it just doesn't work. And
Well, I
this
think it works for certain tires.
for certain tires, yes, certain tires, but not
Yeah,
the Cobra brands. But what I made up
right.
in the garage, I applied it a couple times, and I was telling you on the phone when I put my, I was just like, wow, that's really nice. And I checked it this morning, applied it again. I stuck it out in the driveway. I think we had like 80 today, so it really baked it in out in the driveway today. Pulled it back in, and I wish I had a duro tester, but my thumbnail sunk in there pretty decent. So on
Really.
the right track. Oh yeah, left
Hmm.
indents. I have to say.
Really.
Hmm.
Really.
Yeah, left some indents. And
Good.
different than what it was when I first was playing around with it. But I'll
Gotcha.
let you know that I tried the same things on the Burrises. Nah, did nothing.
Did work.
Had nothing.
Did
No,
work.
nothing at all.
Really.
Nothing at all. Nope. No difference whatsoever. So, but oh
There
yeah.
you
So
go.
CJ's looking for that link. He just
Yep.
sent me a message. Because it's you say my regular email's full and I can't send it out.
Well, you need to sit down and clear it out. You're not supposed to have 30,000 emails in the thing.
I don't really use that email address much anymore. I don't. So I just piggyback off my wife's.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but anyway, so tell me about what you're doing over there in your neck of the woods.
Not much, man. Just working and trying to get motivated for the season. I
Hmm.
mean, Trevor and I talked. His schedule. He changed jobs and for
Oh,
better.
did he?
And yeah, and
Oh, I didn't know that.
so like
Awesome.
he has to work on Sunday, so it's
Hmm.
gonna like it's gonna really it's gonna play havoc this season, but we'll get through it. He's
Yeah.
gonna go to the races and he's gonna go and race. It's just he's not gonna make every race.
Oh, so what's he doing now?
So he's working for the winery.
Oh, really?
So yeah, and um, so I mean he likes it. He seems happier.
Well,
He gets to
good.
spend more time with his wife and the kid and the baby. So that's
That's
what's
all. That's all that
most
matters.
important. Yeah.
That's all that matters.
So I mean, when we're at the racetrack and he's there, it's definitely going to be well, as soon as our races are over, we're we're going to have to go because he's got to work the next day. So
Yeah. 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 Well, that's good. I'm glad he's finding something that because at the end of the day, that's what's important is the family and
well,
stuff like that. You
home
know,
life, man.
home life. Yeah. I if anybody can tell you about home life, it's myself. You know, some of the reason
Yeah,
why I did what I did and the position I took was just I didn't I don't like living out of a hotel. I
yeah, I
just
get
did
it.
it for
I
so
get it,
long.
man. It sucks. Horrible.
I I lived out of a hotel for a long part of my life, and it was horrible. Didn't like it. And if you can get more time at home, that's awesome.
Well, yeah, that's the way it was. I mean, earlier on in mine was if the opportunity to work overcame, I took it. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And you just miss so much crap, and then you get burned out, and then who the
Hmm.
hell wants that? You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
but no, I took everything over yesterday. Um, I gotta go get tags for the trailer, and we were just going over stuff real quick yesterday, and
Hmm.
So
Cool, cool. I know we talked earlier today about, some of the things that we wanted to discuss today, and we was going to, what would we talk about? Some chastity stuff, get some people involved.
it's open, man. We can talk about whatever anybody wants to
What,
talk about.
whatever,
We're good.
anything we want to talk about. We're at that time of the season, the time of the podcast where we've got a lot of people that like to follow us, and we want them to get some more involved and get more say in the direction that we go each week. So if
Right.
anybody that's listening right now has a question, topic, or anything like that, please shoot it in our comment and we'll throw it on here and we'll discuss it, talk about it. Maybe we'll throw one of you guys on that's listening. We'll send you the link to it. Hop on, have a quick discussion about the topic, and then that's how I think we're in that point now in our podcast and our season where we would like to do more of this
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
unscheduled type of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I thought we had a really good tire discussion. I'm sure we can bleed that back over to this week
Oh yeah,
also.
absolutely,
And I mean, that's a big discussion for a lot of people.
absolutely.
Um, just getting ready for the season is another big topic. Like you said, Addie was, trying to get hers and making a list of what she needs, and that way
Hmm.
she can give it to the poor old dad
Hmm.
to start ordering stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, getting to that subject, where do you mostly get most of your stuff from?
Well, I do a lot of hours on was it BMI? I know a
Okay.
lot of people are not a big fan of it. Well, I wouldn't call it a big fan of it, but eh, I do mine on a sole purpose of where they come from, what they do. It's they're based out of Ohio, correct?
Yeah, up by
And
actually they're up by Eldora, I do believe.
yes, I do believe. So John Gardner, you know him. A lot of other people know him. I was asking him, hey, I need to get some clutches. I need to get some chains. He goes, order from this BMI place. I was like, all right. So I go on our website. Prices weren't too bad. They're reasonable. Nothing crazy. So I ordered, this was last year. I ordered Addie a new chain, a couple new clutches, and a few gears. And I get them at a great, at a great speed. I think it took them 3 days or so to get. I got it, and as if you know me, and a lot of people know me of my religious type of background, I got the part, and then inside of it was a booklet, like an Old Testament booklet with was $1 million bill, a
Yeah,
replica
yeah, yeah.
with like a couple of scriptures and stuff like that. And I was like, that is pretty cool. I like that a company. Um, will stand by their faith and incorporate it into their business and not ashamed to do it. So after that, I'm like, you got me. So I do a lot of my ordering. Doesn't mean that I won't go to, other places, but usually that's the first site I look at. And if they don't have it, then I'll start going elsewhere.
Yeah,
So,
I use BMI. I use Palmetto down in
mhm,
Florida a lot. Um, Dole, I use Dole a lot. Jimmy Rivers, I'm always on his, looking to
mhm.
see what he's got. Um, Dover Power is another one that you can get a lot of stuff from. There's all kinds, man. Really, I mean, I ran into a couple other ones that I'm starting to look at. Have not ordered anything from them, but I did look at them. I'll tell you here real quick. I'm bringing them up. Um, Go Power Sports is one.
Go Power Sports is huge. Yeah, that's probably one of
O
the
and
bigger
B O
OMB. Yep.
and B Warehouse. Yeah, O and B Warehouse is another one that
Mhm.
I got turned on to. I got this tinking around there, and I looked at some of their website. They're not bad pricing.
No, no. As
Um,
I said, that's the same with like as I said when I just started doing stuff from like BMI. I mean, their prices were competitive. I mean, I wasn't getting
right.
like massive discounts from them or anything like that, but
No,
The
but
quality I
I
got
did
was great.
buy. Hold on, I did buy one thing for racing this year, and I've already got it. And man, am I impressed? So we always, you've been with me at the racetrack. We were always
Mhm.
using my big Milwaukee light and how it just goes through batteries because it's always on and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
I have been like really looking lately, and I found a company called Pit Viper Lights,
Pit Viper. They like
and
with the people with the sunglasses?
no, so this is a
Okay.
company that just really they're really big in the racing world, and so they have two different styles. They have one that you can mount to your trailer that
Mhm.
sticks up in the air and it broadcasts the light out that way. Or if you have a canopy, like most people do, they have canopy for canopy lights that
Okay.
go up inside your canopy. You plug them in. Well, the I start looking and not a bad price. I didn't
Mhm.
think. So I got reading these things. These things are 10,000 lumens of light. So they have two different types though. And so the first one I clicked on, I was reading it and I said, "Damn, they're 20,000 looms." And I almost bought it. And I was like, and I start reading a little bit farther, and it says it's not recommended for anything under like a 10 by 15 or a 10 by 20. And I'm like, well, crap. Do they have one for a 10 by 10? Because that's all we have.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, 10,000 looms for a 10 by 10. So Trevor and I yesterday we was over and we took it out of the box. And we're looking at them, and I plugged these things in, and holy cow! I mean, it's like being on the racetrack.
Yeah. But you don't
I
have to
mean,
worry about
I
yeah, you
mean,
won't have to
it's
worry about any
it's
lighting.
going to light up that whole corner, man. Like, oh
Yeah.
no, for sure. So anybody ever looking for lights for canopy or their trailer, man, I go on their website, man. It's Pit Viper,
Pit
and I
Viper.
found them on Facebook, and I just got looking. Prices are not very bad. I trust me, man. We're on a budget, and I'm looking for save every bit I can. And man, canopy lights, yeah, you can go and you can get them a lot cheaper, but I'm a firm believer you get what you pay for,
Yeah, no, I agree.
by any means.
I found that out like
So
with last year.
I mean, yeah. So I start looking and I start researching, and I mean, for what I spent, I'll just it was like $80 for these
Yeah,
lights.
that's not bad.
And I know that sounds kind of expensive, but when you
Uh,
break it down to how much light you're actually getting, I mean,
Well,
yeah, you can go cheaper, but you're not going to get what you're getting
well,
from them. So,
how much you going to spend for a regular kind of spotlight, like that Milwaukee light you have? How much did you spend for that?
oh, that thing's like $300, man.
Okay, all right. So, okay, you take that. That's $300 for that Milwaukee light. I bought my cheap
Right,
Harbor Freight light. I think I put about maybe close to with the stand, the couple lights, and everything, maybe 150, $200 roughly.
right.
So I think I mean that's not a bad deal, really. I don't think it
I
is.
don't think it was either.
No,
That's why I went to it. I was like, man,
no,
you
I
can't
don't
go
think it is.
wrong. I don't think
No,
you can go wrong. You know what I mean?
no.
Like, so,
So
uh,
So what other
good.
supplies? I mean, this is a kind of a good topic though that we're running into. So what are some of the things that you need to get for this year that you didn't have last year or that you want to improve on?
So, um, I got to buy. I got to buy two more rear bearings, which is no big deal. I got to resupply like throttle cables, and I think I'm pretty good on fuel line. I got to get a couple new brake lines. Um, I got to rebuild My clutch that I absolutely love is that SMC, which I tore it up last year, if you remember.
Yeah, I
So
remember
I've
that.
got to get a rebuild kit for it, and if I'm going to rebuild it, I'm just going to. I mean, I'm just going to get the whole rebuild kit for the new bearing, new clutches, and all that stuff. So I definitely got to get that. And besides that, and fuel, I think we're pretty good. I did buy a new
Yeah.
carburetor though. I did buy a
Oh,
new
did you?
carburetor. Yeah.
I
So
think I think we put a new one on ours this year too.
I went to. I had a big conversation with Ben and stuff, and we were talking Howard Will and all those guys, and I bought a big Jimmy Rivers carb. That's the first time I ever bought one. Usually we just build them, but I just bought one, and it's the best. It's the best out there, and I've got it. So no, I think we're just down to like little things. You know what I mean? Like nothing really. The biggest expense I'm going to have is the rebuild kit for the clutch. I do believe.
Yeah. Yeah. How much is that going to
So
run you?
it's going to be $150 for the rebuild kit.
Okay.
You can buy the kit. It was I think one something.
Okay.
I'm going on their website to make
Okay.
sure
Because I know I'm gonna hop on. I
you know
have
like
the
we were
BMI
talking
site.
yesterday. We haven't changed the throttle cables for 2 years now, so it's time.
Uh,
But yeah,
so what's your bearing? So I'm on the as I said the BMI site, and I'm looking at some of the bearings here. Pricing them, rear adjustable axle castle. Let me go down through here. I was just looking at some of the prices that they have on their website. If you
so the
okay,
rebuild kit's 161 for the rebuild, but I also got to get a new basket, so that's going to cost
okay,
me another $45. So I'm gonna have
okay,
$200 in it, pretty much.
gotcha. Let me
That's
see here.
still almost
See if it,
$160 cheaper than buying a new one.
gotcha.
I'm using the tuck and run rear bearings this year,
Okay, I was
which I
looking at
already got a set. And we was
let's see, rebuild kit. What's yours? What's your disc on yours?
three
Three
discs.
disc, 155. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
that's what
looking
it
at.
costs. 155, 160
Yeah,
for the rebuild. But I
155.
also got to get a basket, so that's $45, and then I might buy a new driver.
Okay.
So I'm weighing the pros and cons. Though I rebuild it, or do I just buy a whole new one ready to go for $300 and some dollars? That's how you got to look at it, I guess.
Yeah, I agree.
You know
That's
what I
what I
mean?
was looking.
So
I was looking at new clutches for us. I mean they're pretty standard, and then figure
what
out
are
what
they up to now? $80.
max torque. Let's see here. Let's go with max
Oh,
torque.
look at there.
There he is. Hey, I like that background. He was asking, "How
Hey,
do you change
Look at
that
there.
background?"
Big
yeah,
race guy there
I'm
on the
here live
bottom with
right
the
now.
stuff.
So I got a max torque. That's a dual.
There you
You don't want
go.
a dual. See here, max torque racing clutch,
We can't hear you.
$79. Who can't you
Can
hear?
you hear me?
Can you hear
Yeah,
us, Jake?
I got
Yeah.
you. I got him.
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us? All
Yeah.
right.
So I've got a max torque here, racing clutch for $79, and it is from a 12 tooth up to a 22 for that
Yeah.
price. That's not too bad. And then from a 10 to 11, $83. 10 tooth to 11 tooth. Which that 10
Oh
tooth
wow.
would work good down at CJ Speedway, I believe, because
That's what
I
we
know
run.
I know I ran that out of River Valley, and it did great for me out there.
Yeah.
So
We run those. We've also switched over where let's see, what is it? The Hillard clutches. We've used the insides of those with the bell off the max torque.
okay.
Yeah, I've heard that
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
So,
do know. Do not change your springs.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah,
Just
don't change the spring.
change springs in them because it is a pain in the balls to get it all back together. Just as a heads up. I'm
So a
just
tuck
saying.
and run bearing,
I know a
we
friend
know
that took theirs
firsthand,
apart.
Shane.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
I know a friend who took his
Oh.
apart.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No
friend
names.
Shane, is
No,
that what you're
no,
saying?
no names, please.
I'm just going to go ahead and rat him out. It was Shane.
It was me.
Yeah.
It was me. Hey, that's me experimenting with stuff. So I screwed up. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, yeah. So like, we're talking about bearings, Jake, on
Mhm.
the rear,
Right.
and so the tuck and run, they're $18.91 a piece for the rear bearings, non-ceramic, of course, but then you got your dust shields and all that good stuff. But what kind of bearings you running down there, Jake?
You asked me too quick. They come in a gold box, blue lettering. They're regular steel bearings. They're not ceramic or anything.
Okay, so they're
I wanna
not
say-
tuck and run or anything
No,
like that. Are they?
No, we get ours from a local guy. He carries them.
Oh, really?
I'm gonna say Precision is the name of those. I'm not 100%. I'd have to look again.
What do you
But,
what are you getting for a set of bearings?
Oh, I don't know. They're close to like $25-$30.
A piece for both or for both?
No, I think it's for both of them.
That's really good because they're 18 everywhere I've looked for, like, like
Mhm.
tuck and run or something, you know what I mean? Non-ceramic. Ceramic ones are expensive, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. Are you feel like you're building enough heat to have to run a ceramic?
No, I don't think so. I mean, the bearings I got in there now, I've had in there for like 2 or 3 years, and you're just now
Mhm.
starting to tell that they're due for a change. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
turn free, but it's just like they don't turn as long as they should. And so, I mean, it's just, I mean, I've heard guys changing bearings halfway through the season. Some guys change them every year. I mean, I guess it's preference, I guess.
Yeah. Well,
But,
sometimes a new bearing won't turn as well as one that's been used a little bit. Have a little break into it there.
Yeah,
So-
I've heard that too.
Mhm.
Me and Trevor was looking at them yesterday. We were wondering if we can take the bearings off the rear and put them in like an ultrasonic washer, and if it would clean all that
A lot of
dirt
people
out
do that.
there. And you know what I mean? We just wonder that
Yeah, a
too.
lot
And
of
I don't know. It's a
Mhm.
good question. I mean, it ain't going to hurt to try for sure.
Right. What do you lube your bearing with?
Bearing oil. I buy it from like BMI. What are you using down there?
We've used a couple different things. Most time it's WD-40.
That's what I do with mine.
Yep.
Yeah. And then transmission fluid, we've used that. We've even used like chain grease, like for chainsaw, like your chain barn oil. We've stuck
Does
that
that
down in there.
Does that collect the dust any?
It didn't really seem to.
Okay.
And I tried it a couple times myself, but I didn't see a real benefit to it. So I went back to WD-40, just keep them.
That's what I do.
But I'll take brake fluid, or not brake fluid, excuse me, brake cleaner, and I'll spray them out until it runs clean. And then I'll re-soak them down.
I've done that. I've done that before. I've done that with pretty much on a lot of the moving parts. Clean it off with the brake cleaner with the air hose, spray it out, and then reapply the WD-40 to everything.
Especially on like your dusty where
Yeah, and I've also heard, like Jake, you and I were talking in the middle of last week about the ultrasonic cleaner, you know what I mean, and stuff. Man. I think that's a great way to go, man.
Yeah. It does a lot of work. Really does. Yeah,
So-
it works real good on carburetors and bearings, things like that. You know, they really save a lot of scrub work.
Right. Yeah. So we're going to start utilizing that, and for sure. And I mean, that's really. I mean, I think I got like 3 or 4 G chains still. I don't have to buy those. I think I'm good, but you know, I might still pick up one or whatever. But my biggest thing, going back to the question, was the clutch. I've got to rebuild, or that way I'll have a spare. But if I rebuild one, I'm putting a new one on for the season for sure.
So you're running drum clutches. Have you ever
Yes.
burnt one up?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really?
Yep.
I
Was you
I
running
have
too high gear?
no. So mine was lack of maintenance. One of them was it's just lack of maintenance, and then the other one I did was I ended up just running a bad gear ratio for it, like you just said, and it got hot. It got real hot. And that goes back to, once again, lack of preparation for it to run like that. And then I started getting into a clutch cleaning regimen, and I really hadn't had a problem since after I started doing that.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I started soaking. I had a bowl I did. So I took the clutch apart. I took the drum, and then I just soaked it. Had a bolt, just blopped it in some WD-40, let it sit for a couple days, pulled it out, and then I just took some sandpaper and I just went around it on the inside, cleaned it all out, threw it back in WD-40, threw it in there. Then the same way with the actual clutch, I would just WD-40 the spring area and stuff, and then stick it back together.
Yeah.
After I started doing that, I haven't had any issues with it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. We've run them max torque last 3 years, and no one yet has really burned one up. We've had one break. That was an interesting, because it sounded like a shotgun went off.
Really?
Yeah, it just flew,
How did it
flew
break,
apart.
Jake? How did it blow apart?
It broke. Yeah, the bell blew apart whenever I don't know if the springs let go on it or something, but it just disintegrated the whole thing.
Really?
Yeah, and and he revved up. I thought he throwed a chain, but no, the whole clutch just flew apart. So I don't know if the inside bolt come loose or what happened there, but it just blew apart.
Yeah, mine's been now.
Well,
my
that brings
problems
up a good safety topic there for the chain guard.
Yeah.
My problems were chains last year. I think I went through a few chains last year, snapping and breaking and stuff. We went the best luck. I had that gold on gold chain I bought from BMI last year. That was probably my best chain I got. A little bit more expensive, but it lasted a whole year.
Right.
So
it's not so bad to pay for something if it'll last long enough.
But one bad thing about it, though, with me changing gears all the time, playing around with stuff, adding links, removing links, adding links, removing links, that didn't help matters much on my end. So doing all that stuff. But I think I need to have. What's that?
Yeah. Most of us run the gold on gold.
Yep. That's the best I've found so far. And as I said, they're not too bad. I mean, look up their price.
What we run.
Is it?
Well, I mean, we
got a couple new guys that's in the chat. We got a couple new guys, Herman and Dustin Olson. So they're kind of new to the racing scene. So you guys want to take and explain drum maintenance to those guys?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's different for me.
Yeah, it is.
You guys
for you.
Want to have a discussion on maintenance on
what do you do with yours?
Drum maintenance,
Jake?
Basically the same thing you said. I'll mine apart. Can you hear me?
Yep, I got you.
Yep.
You there?
Yep.
We'll take them apart. We'll break clean them up real good, and lube them up. Some of them take a bearing, some of them don't take a bearing inside. Most of us run the 10 tooth, but there's no bearing in it. So, big issue. Making sure you use the grease, not too much grease because it gets in your drum, but taking care of that, making sure that's clean every week to week. And we haven't had any issues out of stuff like that. That's why we actually started running the Hilliard clutches with the Max Torque drum, because they're easier to take care of. And then you got different engagements on them, and you springs a lot easier too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I went and bought that black spring. That's what Phil was teasing me about. Was I was just trying to use the regular Max Torque with the what do they call that, the silver spring or something. So I went and bought the black spring for, I don't know, I think it was like $5-6. It wasn't a lot. Me doing the research online. It's like, yeah, go get that black spring, put it in there. And I tried to put it in there. It was horrible. I never even got it in. It's still sitting in my damn toolbox. I was like, screw it. I'm done. Put the silver one back in and just ran it.
Yeah.
So, but no,
that's we run them. Yeah, we'll switch on. That's why we'll run, because those springs are easier to change on the Hilliard. Easier to work with.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I was learning too, when you're looking at the drums, when you start seeing the rainbow colored look, that's probably about time to go switch her out. And I've got a few of them that kind of look that way. I was going to look up the chain prices and see what they are. See if I can find them real quick. But no, that's what I do with my clutch. As I said, I just take it apart and I will kind of just soak it in a little bit of WD-40 to loosen up all those hard particles that are in there, and then I sand it down inside of it. So
roll emery off.
Yeah, exactly. And then oil up my spring on the inside. Oil up all the metal moving parts with some WD-40, let it soak in there, and then put it back together and ready to rock and roll. And then I've had a couple times where they locked up right before I go out on the track, but when I started doing that, I never fixed that problem. So
yeah, we'll have guys skip a week or so or something to take care of it, and maybe not have any issues at the beginning of the night. But by the end of the night, they're starting to kind of lock up, having a hard time to start. We've had them to where we've had to push them and then pull start at the same time because it's trying to engage. And once they get rolling, then they just don't stop.
Yes. Yeah. So the gold on gold chain here at BMI is $20. That's not a bad price. $35 for a 120 link. Is what they got there for that price. That's not bad. Silver chain is $21 at 106 link. That's not bad either.
I've never had any silver that I can think of.
No, I didn't. It just popped up, so they just had it on there as a silver chain. So I'm not familiar with the silver chain myself either.
Yeah.
Huh. Oh, me dang. Well, yeah, as I said, that's what I do with it. So, did you do any work to yours? Get yours ready this week? Anything ready?
Well, mine's ready to go.
Is it?
Now, I've been working on several others. I just got my cousin's done, and we tried it out last night.
Did you?
Yeah. Yeah. Other than the rain pouring down right now, my track's ready to go.
Yeah.
It's raining here. I don't know if it's raining up there at Phil's. We got rain going on right now.
Yep, it's pouring, man. So definitely pouring.
Track pretty much looked like what it did behind me there last night, and we did a pre-test and tune with what we've done, and just seen his motor run all right. And I was pretty happy with his too. So
good. So Phil, what do you do with your clutches and stuff? How do you maintain yours and maintenance yours?
Okay, so I remove the clutch like you guys do, and then I take a paint marker on one side of my drum, on the side of my basket, and I mark all my disc on the side. That way, I know they all go together, right? Because they all wear a little even or uneven at times. And then
Mhm.
what I do is I take that out, and then I literally get a wire brush and I go through every disc
Mhm.
and I clean them up and I reassemble them and I put it all back together. I lube up the bearing. Uh, some guys use dielectric grease. Some guys use like Vaseline to wear it to lube up that bearing, put it back on. And that's pretty much what to go. Now I can adjust my plates, so I can screw those down and put the meter on there, and it'll tell me how many pounds are at each spring, and I have to have them all equal. So if I set one, let's just give a number like 30, right? So every spring that I tighten down has to go to 30, or it won't engage right.
Mhm.
So, and that when you compress the springs, that allows it to engage more or less. You know what I mean? So it's a little bit more on the disc side than the drum side, but uh I mean it's no more time consuming. I mean everybody has their own thing. Like I've called SMC and they're like whatever you do, don't use brake clean on the disc. So
Really?
I've never used brake clean on it.
Hmm.
Some people say they do. I've never done it, but that's my maintenance on mine.
Now, how much does a just a full like brand new clutch cost for you?
Almost $400.
$400. That's what I'm looking up on OBM.
So
But
if you
that's
go, but see, that's the thing, man. There's so many different people that make them. Like mine is a SMC, which I buy it from here because they're in Cincinnati.
hmm
So if I go down to Dayton for my work. So if I ever have to go to Dayton, I can swing over to their shop and get everything I need, which is literally like 15 minutes down the road from my Dayton office. So
hmm
I can go down there, pick up what I need, and I'm done.
hmm
You have Bully, which is the big one. Everybody raves about Bully. I can't see spending $600-700 for a clutch, so I went to SMC. They're more racer friendly. Um, but Trevor has a Bully, but we bought it used, so I never bought a brand new one. But I've looked at prices and I thought, holy cow,
Okay.
they're almost. I mean, they're anywhere from $400 to $700 for ours. So
Yeah. Gotcha.
and we can add weights to ours too. So if we don't like the way it's going, I can put weights and I can make it do different things to where you guys can't do. So
hmm I'm sitting here. I was trying to play around with this share screen thing on my end.
yeah, I seen it. I just
There we go. There we go. Now we're going on here. So, as I said, that's this site right here. Let me see
yeah.
if I can pull it down a little bit more. Come on now. Now it's stuck. So that's just the chain. For BMI, they're selling the chain and clutch at the same. Nothing
What's their
really
prices
important.
on that?
So BMI, let's just go back up here to clutches. Uh, let's manage on the kids there for a second. Let's see here, clutch accessories. There we go. All right, let's go here. This is OBM Warehouse. I've ordered a few things from them. All right,
All right,
how's it
hey
turning?
Shane, go back for a minute. Hold
Go
on,
back to
it
where?
looks good. Go back for a minute to where it has the drop down for all the clutches there. You go to the
Okay,
racing one.
the racing one right there. Race disc clutch.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
fourth one down. What is
there
that?
we go. All right. Okay. Let me pull it down here real quick. Okay, there we go.
Okay, so those are disc clutches. Okay,
Yeah, those are disc racing clutches.
Yeah.
Now, which one do you have?
Mine is not on there yet.
Yours is not on there yet. Look at that one.
Now, okay, so this Orange Crush, I've got it in a 3/4, and it's a 3 disc,
Okay.
and I think it was roughly, I think it was like almost 400, but I didn't pay 400 for it.
Okay.
So, but it's a 3 disc, and I don't know where Jake went, but
Oh, he disappeared on us.
yeah, he disappeared on us.
Okay.
Now that's what I ran towards the end of the year, and I'm going to tell you, I had no problems out of it.
You had no problem with it?
No, I just like personally, I like the way the SMC this engages. I think it engages
Okay. Let's
better.
go to
Um,
SMC.
but I mean, that's personal. You know what I mean? Um, you can go to SMC Clutches, and you can get on their website, and we can share it also.
So let's see here. So we got Max Torque clutches at Go Power Sports SMC. There we go, right here.
Can you share that again, Shane?
Oh, did it pop? Did it hop off there?
Yeah, you took it
Okay.
off.
Oh, I didn't mean to. Share screen. There we go. Share. Oh, probably because I was sharing it. There we go. Give me 2 seconds, and it should be back on there. Did it pop back on there?
Yep, we got it there. So this is where I get my clutch stuff from. I just personally dislike them. They have really great customer service. They're very knowledgeable. I can give you the backstory real quick. So when I called down there, when I very first went to mod racing, I needed a clutch, and in typical Holdren Racing and Weiland Racing, the way it goes is, hey, we got the motors done. We're going mod racing this weekend. I didn't even have a clutch. So I called down there on a Wednesday and said, hey, I know it's short notice, but do you have any ready? They told me no. But I told them, well, I was kind of hoping to get one because I'm going to go mod racing this weekend. You know, her husband, which is the guy that makes these, and he stayed after work, built my clutch, put it together, and shipped it on that
Really?
Wednesday, and I had it Friday.
And that's this company here.
That's that company there. So
Okay.
that is
And you
kind
got
of the reason why I'm like really, really supportive of them. Love them.
now.
I have the 6x6 Aggressor. I was just on their website. They came out with a new one, so I'm going to have to look into it too. But
So you said the 6x6 Aggressor.
yeah,
So would that be under the 3-disc?
it's underneath 3-disc.
Okay.
I think you might be on the Vortex part of it.
Yes,
but,
I am on the Vortex one. Yeah.
yeah. So if you go back to their main and you go down and it says clutch is on there. So you keep going down. So there's
Right there.
Vortex and there's a 6x6 Aggressor. Yeah, that's what I have.
Right there. Okay.
And mine's a 3-disc.
This one right here.
Yep.
Okay. And then which one of these do you got?
I have just a flat.
This is a flat one. So 360 for
a brand new one. Yeah.
For a brand new complete set.
Complete, ready to go. It comes in, but it's not adjusted. You'll have to set the tone, but for the most part, I mean, it's in the basket. It's all there. You'll have to put your driver on, but it's ready to go. Put your driver on, set where you want it to gauge, and I'll tell you, he's going to get it really, really close when he sets it, and that's really it, man. You just got
awesome.
race. But that's the reason why I'm really fond of them is because I was kind of in a pinch. I called on a Wednesday, and I'm telling you, I had it sitting at my house, FedExed by Friday morning.
Gotcha. What other products they got on this website? So they got like an online store there. Let me scroll down. Bearings. Let's see here. A lot of
They're
clutches.
more of
The clutches.
They're all clutches, man. That's all they do.
Yeah.
That's the only thing they mess with. Clutches
Nice.
and drivers. Yeah.
Clutches and drivers.
Yep.
Now, what was the? As I said, I figured I could start sharing some screens and stuff so people, if anybody's listening here and they've got a website they want to suggest, throw it on here and I'll look it up and stuff like that. Or if
So
anybody is curious about a product, let's figure out what they got, what their prices are.
all right, so you can go to Palmetto.
Okay.
It's Palmetto Speed Shop. They're in Florida.
Okay.
I buy a lot of stuff from them. I found them just by really just
Palmetto Speed Shop.
trying to find better pricing. You know what I mean? So
Is it still coming up on the site?
yep.
On the Facebook page. Okay. All right. Yeah, because my phone.
So you can go to
froze.
Palmetto Speed Shop is what it is. Yeah, it's Palmetto Speed Shop. I can take that down, Shane, if you want.
What's that?
There you go.
Oh, I think I'm on there. Palmetto Speed Shop.
Yeah, is it showing? You're still showing SMC, but I don't think you're
Oh,
showing it.
yeah, no, because what happens is when I change out from pages, I have to go to a new share screen. So give me 2 seconds.
That's fine. Just go to a new searching screen.
That's what I'm doing. Yeah. Share screen, and then I'll have to go to Palmetto Speed Shop. Yeah, each time I go to a different web page, I have to go to a new share screen. So, all right. Did it pop up now?
Yep, it's on there.
There we go. Palmetto Speed Shop. There we go. So here's another site that if you need to order some parts from, this is where you order from, Phil, correct?
I order a lot from them. Yeah.
Okay. What do
Them
you
and
order from
BMI.
them?
So if you go up here, if you scroll back up, you can go and see where it says engine and
Right here.
let me enlarge my screen here. Yeah, you can drop down there, hit the drop down.
Oh wow.
And this is everything they've got.
Oh wow.
So and if
they
you
got
go over
broken
the
up into
chassis
categories.
components, yeah.
Wow.
So if you go over to chassis is where I spend a lot of my time. I don't buy high performance stuff from here. I usually go to NR for that, but we'll go to that one next. But if you go to the cart and chassis components,
Cart and
hit
chassis.
that drop down. Yeah, it's the next one over.
Right there. Okay, there we go.
So here you can go down here and you can see they literally have everything that you'd ever want for your chassis, from the chassis to seats to okay. So go to this underneath bodies and accessory. Go to the Shavos, the first one there. So this is Trevor and I listened to another podcast that is on Spotify, and this guy was on there, and he makes these, and the Skyline and all that. This is his stuff, and they have obviously Palmetto sells his stuff, but as you can see, your body kit's going to cost you $247. So I mean, it is what it is. It's a body, right? But if you go up and hit the drop down again, you can go through here and you can get everything from
That's a good question, Ken.
Everything from little screws that you know you're going to need. Like I buy all my lug nuts from here. I buy them in bulk from here, and they are cheap.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I buy all my studs from here, my lug nut studs. I bought bearings from here. My hubs this came from here because they're really good pricing. I mean, they have absolutely everything you would. I spend more time in the cart and chassis than I do the engine, because if you go over here and look, they don't have a real big thing for Predator 212, but you're down in Clone World. So, but I mean, you can go through here and you can see everything. I mean,
Yeah, they do. I mean,
Everything.
I've never been on this website until just now,
Yeah,
so it's yeah. I mean, it looks like they've got kind of that. So that's a good reference there. So if people's
yeah,
needing parts supplies this off season,
right.
definitely
I mean, they
check
got
these
tie
guys out.
rods. They literally have everything, and I don't think their parts are or their pricing
Okay,
is obviously. I don't think it's bad at all. I mean,
so let's go. We'll go
the
back
other one you can
to
go to
go,
is NR Racing.
NR Racing. All right,
Hey,
give me
hold
two.
up. Hey, go
Go
back
ahead.
a minute.
All right, hold on. Let me reshare that screen real quick because I closed out of it. Give me 2 seconds here.
That's the thing, man. Once you get in there, man, I'm telling you,
Let
you
me go
can
back to it.
literally spend a lot of time. You got to reshare it. There was some stuff I
Yeah,
wanted
yeah,
to say
yeah.
too.
I'm pulling back. I'm
Um,
pulling it back up. Give me 2 seconds. I gotta, because that's one thing about this. So once I close out of a site, I gotta share it. So give me 2 seconds, and I'll share it back up
Well,
again.
when
okay,
you
while
first
he's
open,
doing that, let's bring this up. So hold on. So while he's bringing that back up, Jake, I can share it with me, and I'll share it.
There we go.
But let's talk about this real quick. So Ken Posey asked a question: do any tracks not allow radio communication between drivers and spotters? I've never seen that in the
I've
karting world, but it might
I've
be
seen
down you,
I've se-
Shane, in
I've
your
seen it.
world.
Actually, I've seen it one time out at Jug Run. So it was brilliant. So remember,
It was the
uh,
kid, wasn't it? Not the
yes,
kid.
it was the kid, and it
Yes,
was his dad.
yes.
And and actually that was John Gardner's cousin, I believe. Remember he brought
Okay.
the lawnmower and stuff out, and his
Yep.
boys run that caged cart. It was
Yep.
his. It was them. They used it there.
I don't think
So
any track. I have not seen any ruling on that you can't
mm-mm,
do that.
mm-mm.
I don't know why it's not used more, but
Yeah.
um,
I, I
I'm
am not
not
sure.
sure 100% sure, Ken. I mean,
well,
if I had
good
that
radios
communication, I would
are
definitely
expensive.
use it.
Good radios are expensive because you want to get the ones that are sound
Yes.
canceling. So they are expensive. There's if it's something that's going to help you on the track, I could see doing it. But at the same time, I don't know if it's going to overall. And I'd say they'd make a rule about it. Used to, you could use them dirt track racing, and then
Hmm.
they outlawed them again. But there's a lot of times it really didn't help. I mean, unless you're going to use it to your advantage, where you're going to block somebody off, I don't know where it's really going to help you. Might help you keep out of trouble. Now, if you're coaching
Right.
somebody,
Jake, how many times in the dirt world have we noticed that the sticks are out there in the grandstand? Somebody by the fence with the sticks telling them how far, or you know what I mean? I've seen that more than anything else, but not at a go
oh
kart
yeah,
track.
Yeah.
yeah,
I,
go kart track hand signals most time, if anything.
See, I talked to
Right.
Addie, and I told her I said something about getting a radio, and she goes, "I swear to God, if you put a radio in my helmet, I'm taking my helmet off and throwing it because I don't want to hear your voice when I'm out there racing." So I know for us it would not be beneficial because Addie already said she would take that helmet and toss it across the track if she had to hear my voice in the
Hear you
radio
enough
racing.
as it is.
Exactly, exactly. It's a good point, sweetheart. All right, so now I got this back up here again. It looks like
Okay,
now. What was you
hold up.
wanting me to go?
At what is that? Is it the tack they got there? No, that's scales. I thought that was a tack.
All right, here.
What kind of tacks? What guys you use? Microns. I've heard some other names.
I
What
have
is it you guys
Micron.
use? Okay, you got
I have
4, 5, 3.
I have a 3. I have a 3,
Yeah,
which mine's old, and I'm looking to
yeah.
upgrade this year to a 4. Trevor's got a 4, but
Mm-hmm.
they just released a 6, and so now the 5 is dramatically coming down. So
Yeah.
I might upgrade to a 5 if I find one at a really good price. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, I'm not racing for money, so I'm not. That 3, 4, and 5 will do me just fine. I don't need to go out and
Oh
pay
yeah.
$800, $700 for a Micron 6.
So I wonder where I'd
Yeah.
find that on this site if they have one. Would
Oh,
that
they got
be
them
There
on
was
here. They've got them on here.
would that be
yeah.
under
There's
engine
Nope,
related?
nope, nope, nope. It's in the chassis. It should
It's
be
in
in the
chassis.
chassis.
Okay.
So
see.
I've been looking for a Micron to put on my cousin.
they're
Typically,
nice.
we run the little just something that gives it a recall in our head temps. We run this little one and it's about $20, $25 because we're not sitting there looking at it while we're racing.
We tried that. We had that too, and I'm telling you, Jake, that worked for what we did. But once we got up into the more horsepower and stuff, our temperature become really more important to us.
Yeah,
and I love it because of the feedback. So I can come in the pits and I can tell you, like, if I could tell this by RPM wise, by reading the recall, if I'm spinning the tires or what, and that just makes me a little bit better. I can't focus on the tack and the track at the same time. So I really like if there's a caution, I'll look down and see what my temperature's at. Yeah. And if I notice it's up real close where I don't like it, I'll pull off. But besides that, man, it's throttled down, then I'll watch the replay.
Yeah. Now, does the Microns, they have a dummy light for temp, right?
Yes, it will come on. Yep.
Yeah. All right. That's what I thought. Yeah. And you can change your RPM range, right?
You can set it when you buy it brand new. Like if you buy a Micron, we bought ours used. So we had to learn a little bit, but Trevor's is a lot different than mine. Mine's a 3, his is a 4, and you can set that thing up however you want it. Yeah. If you want it to blink when you get to 310 degrees, it will start blinking at you. It will the indicator itself, the screen will actually change a color. Most time it's blue, but if it starts getting hot, whatever you set it at, it'll change red or orange or whatever color you want it to have.
Right. Gotcha.
And you also, and another thing is too, like, so like the 5, say that I'm at your racetrack, right? And you're out there and you got a 5 on yours. And if I got the app on my phone and you tell me the keyword to your Micron, I can actually see your Micron on my phone as you're going around the track.
Oh, really? Like a live feed?
So the 5 is a lot. Yeah, the 5 and 6 is really, really, really out there. I mean, it does a lot of stuff, but so does the 4.
Yeah.
The 3 does not do that. The 3, you had to have what they call a beacon. So you put the beacon on the fence and your transponder on your cart, and it will read your lap times. The 4 and 5 automatically do it for you.
Robbie darn. Yeah.
Now,
I mean, but you can't go wrong with more information. I mean, sometimes it might be overwhelming, but that's why we do all the chassis stuff we do here and change everything around on the scales, just so you learn.
Yeah. So Howard Wells does not have a Micron. He runs Fonzo, I think is what it was called. And I could be wrong on the name, but it starts with the A. I'm pretty sure it's Alfonso.
Yeah.
But when he set his up, it automatically downloaded the track. It downloaded Jug Run.
Oh, yeah. GPS.
And it showed the outline of Jug Run, and it showed him where his cart was on the track. So that was pretty cool, but that one is very expensive too. So I buy them used, man. I don't know about you, but I
don't have one, so that should tell you that.
I would, I've never had one, man. And honestly, I didn't have one for a long time. I had the little box like you have, and my buddy from the track, Mr. Weiland Ben, he picked this up for me. He got a really good deal on it, and at the time, it was a 3. And that's what I ran. Then we ended up running into a really good super deal for Trevor's 4. I paid $150 for Trevor's 4. And it is, I mean, we love them. They give you a lot. They give you a lot of information.
Yeah. And that helps. It really does. Like you talking about finding out if you're spinning or not. Sometimes some people, they can't tell. So you got to have a little info to back it up a little bit.
Yeah, the information, like you said, can be overwhelming if you don't understand it.
Yeah,
but if you're looking for the basics, and it will tell you your your temperature. It will tell you your RPMs. If that's what you're looking for, I would say you would not need that style tack.
Yeah, just
But if
get
you're
it 3.
looking for other things like us that run constantly, and we're looking for other information, they are beyond helpful. I mean, if you can read it. So
Now, the ones
trying
doing
like I know
GPS,
Shane, I don't think you have a tack on yours, do you, Shane?
No, I don't. No, I'm actually trying to pull some different ones up here. For some reason, it's not wanting to share the screen of a few of these I found.
I mean, like you can go on to like Marketplace right now and you can find them, but I mean, just be wary.
Why is it not letting me
Right.
share?
Well, usually the ones I find on Marketplace, these guys are wanting enough out of a 4 or a 5 to buy a new 6,
right?
So they don't have nothing in it. So I've been trying to find something. I'm wanting something specifically for my cousin's card I just got done with. So it's going to be cranking some RPM. I've got a gear reduction jack shaft on it, and I'm just kind of trying to see where he's going to be at RPM wise when he gets moving.
I don't
want to hand grenade it.
Right, and that's the reason why I went to a Micron was because I went up in a couple classes, and it's very beneficial for me.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get a few of these to pop up. For some reason, it's not letting me share screen again. I don't know why. I found.
Try kicking.
I'm about ready to. I found the Micron 5S. And
what you going for?
Well, it's on sale right now for. Let's see here. Regular price is $5.99.
Yeah, I mean,
let's see. Then it goes. You're talking about all the. It's got Wi-Fi connection. It's got GPS. Yep. It's got. Let's see here. 8 configurations. It's got light sensors. Blah blah blah. Yeah. Waterproof. Weight. I was trying to find the actual specs. Inbox. It's not really giving me. I wish it'd pop up on the screen, but it's not.
I'm looking here just on Marketplace. A guy, he's got a Micron 4 with all the leads on it and everything. Looks like it's been kept nice. It's in a box, like a box that comes in. And he's wanting $375 for that. I mean, I feel like that's a little high for the 4. I mean,
I think that's a little high for a 4.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to this. So then I pulled up like Google share now. Come on, I wish it'd start sharing. Viper Tech. Let's see here. They got one for $179. Let's see here. Wonder why is this not sharing my screen again? What did I do different?
I don't know what you did different.
I know. I'm doing everything exactly the same. And now it's not wanting to share. Maybe you're only allowed so many screen shares at a time. But it's showing up right here. Let's see here. Okay.
Here's a Micron 6 2T, $1,200.
Yeah, that's I'm looking at a new one too. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Let's see here. Micron. So you calling a Micron? Which ones you guys trying to find? The Micron
5.
Micron
5. All
right, let me go back here.
Yeah, I wish
if
Phil finds a 5, you sell me your 3. How about that?
I got Here's a
work.
Micron 6S.
Yeah, well, I'm not paying that kind of money.
Well, I guess you don't want to win races.
You can say whatever you want, bud. I'm not.
That'd buy a lot of fuel right there.
Yeah, it would. All right, let's get back to here. Okay.
You can buy 3 or 4 sets of tires for that.
Oh yeah,
Right. Yeah, for sure.
Cartorama. You ever heard of this place?
I've heard of it, never
No.
been on it.
No,
Okay.
never heard of it.
Here we go. They got someone that's it's called Cartorama. They got micron gauges. Let's see here.
I found
Yeah.
one really close to you, Jake.
Really?
Yeah.
$700 for the 6.2T.
I don't know if I
was-
should share this with you or just go get it. It's such a good price.
Well, share it with me because I'm curious.
I don't know if I want to, man, because you'll go get it.
If it's
Hey.
that good, if it's that good, I'll send it to you. I only need something like a 3. I just need something that what I'm looking for is I want a dummy light to come on when it hits a certain RPM and it's big enough you can see it.
Wonder
God.
why
You know.
my screen sharing isn't working. That's gonna make me angry.
I'm about to send it to you, buddy.
All right.
Hey, and I don't know if you were on here earlier. You were listening to us before you got on the air,
Yeah.
but I got a Cobra tire cleaning solution.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and it worked.
How well is it working?
It's working pretty darn good.
Yeah.
It's pretty. I'm getting the same feeling out of them tires that I did with the Burris tires when I was using kind of like the Simply Green to clean it,
Yeah.
and
Just
it's
send it to you.
working really good. It's working really good. And then I was telling Phil too that I got a few more ingredients I'm going to add to it that should actually be able to cut in tire
Yeah.
and work. I need to go pick this up sometime this week, but the tire cleaning solution that I created, I've
Yeah.
applied it, I'd say 3 times. I ended up cutting it down, Phil, today, and then reapplying it again, and it's working
Really?
actually pretty good. Yes, I can and dip my fingernail into it.
Phil, this
So-
seems too cheap. Something's wrong here.
I know. I know. That's why I said it's too cheap.
Yeah, that's still a good hour and a half away from me down south.
It'd be
But
worth it if it was a good deal. If it
If
was
it,
that.
yeah, if it ain't, yeah, 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 that's a heck of a deal, really, for that. If that's from what I've seen them going for, yeah. I don't know.
Here's
All them
one.
deals on there
That's,
sometimes. Yeah,
I know. Here's another one down by Shane. I'm about to send Shane after this one.
Send me down here, bud. Let's see here. See what eBay has to offer for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, it don't have to be a Micron. I know some guys up here at this other track down here close to me. They're running something else. I can't remember what the name of it is. But
Alfonso?
no, I don't think that's what it is. I want to say it started with like a P or something. It was, or like an I, like international, or I can't remember. But something.
Well,
I was looking
Micron's
for-
like the granddaddy of them all. I mean, that's like the
Yeah,
best
right.
spot.
I mean, there's
Yeah.
got to be more than Micron out there, surely. Something that would be.
I'd hope so. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, if not, maybe I should build one. I mean, you corner the market like that. There's got to be something else out there.
right.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm not too good. I'm good at other things, but I'm not very good at stuff like that, building that. So that's your guys's.
Oh no, I was going to get you on that. I'm lucky to use my cell phone, let alone do something like that.
Yeah, that's what I'd say.
Right?
I have a hard time with my iPhone, let alone hooking one of these bad boys up. I would be looking like
build you a box. I can build you the box. You put everything in it.
Okay, there we go. There we go.
Have a little hamster in there just running around,
Yeah.
keeping the wheels going.
Here's a PSL karting. They have them. I've never heard of PSL. Micron
just-
5.
I mean, I'll be happy
I-
with the 4. I mean, you know what I mean? I mean,
Does the 4 do the GPS thing too?
yeah, that's why I think so. I'm pretty sure it does. That's kind of the reason why I'm looking for a 4.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, my 3 does really well. I don't. Yeah, Alpha.
Right.
Yeah, he said the name.
You say the 4? Let's see what we got in the 4s.
Oh yeah, they're
Ouch.
the 4. You just don't need all that stuff that need with the 3. The 3 you need a beacon, and now they're hard to find. Got to have the transponder. There's just a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 200 for a Micron 4, that ain't bad. I mean,
No,
that's
200. Great price for a 4.
Oh, look at that. Now it's sharing. Now it's sharing up there. Took it like 4 hours for it to.
I got to
finally-
click on it. I can't see it when I got the page exploded, Shane.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right. I was wondering. I was like, man, why is that not? There we go. So that's
okay. There you go. Yeah.
there's a list of some of them.
I've never heard of that AIM.
AIM. Yeah,
I've
I
never
know
heard of
that. Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or what is that? KOSO? I've
K-
never heard of that one either.
Yeah. Wonder if these are like ones over like in like Great Britain area, because when I've been pulling these up, they use them on those asphalt carts.
Yeah,
Oh,
for the
So I'm
shipper
wondering.
cart.
Yeah, I'm
Mhm.
wondering. Yeah, exactly. So when I was doing the research quickly, they're big over there, because when it pulled up, you were talking about the GPS mapping of the track and stuff. They were all like road course
Oh, really?
cart tracks. And one of the sites was you can buy it with the British pound. Well, I don't know what the conversion is
Ooh.
for the American dollar to the British pound, but if you want to go that route, you're more than welcome to. So I mean, let's see here. We'll go to used. Here we go. Did it pop up on there with the used
Yeah.
side of
Look
things?
at that.
Yeah.
The Micron 4 with the expansion box is still $375.
Yeah, and that's on eBay.
That's on
Yeah.
eBay.
I think too many of these guys are trying to get enough to buy their new one.
Yeah, that's what I think too. We just got to keep our eye open and
Let's see.
and wait till you find one, I guess.
There we go. Now on eBay site right now. Let's see what they got on eBay. There's
Hey, you're getting a steering wheel and a Micron.
Oh,
for
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, well, that's on
Hell
a bid.
yeah.
So that's on a bid. It's got 5 days left at $155
with 0 bids. That's the
with
starting
0
bid.
bids. Yeah,
$115.
that's a
Yeah, they could've-
starting bid.
They could have reserve.
So that's a buy now.
Mm.
Data key, blah blah blah. Just wiring harness. There's a. Yeah, I mean, still $390 bucks. There's one for $289.
So you
Buy
might as well
now.
get 3.
Yeah,
Has it got-
buy-
Does it have shipping on it or anything? I bet you they do.
$8.61 delivery fee.
I'll say because you're still up $300 almost.
Yeah, you're still
yeah,
$300.
yeah, $300. So
Yeah.
even on eBay's prices are kind of high.
Yeah.
11 people watching this one. That's just the box. I think the unit, even the wiring harness and everything. Good.
Yeah, but I think that's more. Those boxes are more for like shifter carts than what we'd ever need it for.
That's what I was. When I was looking at it, it's when I did a quick research on it. That it's what they're using them for.
I mean, that
See,
one
these
guy
are-
up there that you just passed was selling a booklet for $20.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, my
There you go.
gosh.
You can get that one for $155.
And it's got free delivery.
Free delivery. You get steering wheel with it.
Yeah, it's a combo.
Yep, use combo.
Yeah.
Wonder where they're out of.
I don't know. Click on it. Let's see if it.
That's an asphalt wheel, so it's hard to tell.
Yeah, probably Australia or something.
I was looking to see if they had
You'll get it in November.
condition. Blah blah blah. Doesn't say. There we go. Here's some information about the seller. He's got a good rating.
Yeah.
That's a plus.
Yeah, that part's not sharing with us. So
Yeah. Oh, it's not. Okay. Yeah, I clicked on it, and because it popped up onto another page, so I got to click back to there now. There we go.
So I guess the 4 does not have GPS.
Yeah, that's what I was reading over here. They said you got to have transponder.
Yeah, you gotta have a transponder.
So the 5 has it apparently. Then I'm guessing.
Yes, the 5 did.
Okay.
Yeah, when I was looking it up here, the 5 actually had a map of it. Let me pull up the 5 real quick.
Now I have heard some guys talk about the ones that do have the GPS built in.
I think it said the 52T. There it is. This one here.
Okay. They say you got to have pretty good service. It's not 100% reliable. I don't know how well
Really?
they do. It's like I've tried to GPS my track down here just with something I've downloaded on my phone, and all I did was make circles, and it looked like figure eights and all kinds of stuff on there. So it wasn't. It wasn't reading like it should.
There.
Well, I didn't know you started a figure 8 track, Jake.
Hey, sometimes it's that way. Unintentional. But yeah. Yeah.
Oh God, that's funny.
So here's one on Amazon. That's what Amazon has. See how this one here it's got a map of the track.
Mm. Oh, yeah.
Oh wow, check that out. Yeah, and look at the price, man. Woo.
Yeah.
I bet. As I said, I mean, when I'm looking at this, it puts me in more of the minds of the asphalt tracks
for
sure.
And this stuff, these things. Don't get me wrong, I love to have it, but like we talked last week, some of this is more. It's more of a want it than a need it.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Stuff like that. I mean, the information's good. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, if I had to pick right now between this or a brand new set of tires,
I'm getting tires.
Yeah.
I'm getting tires, boys.
Right. I mean, I want to be able to run versus,
You can put that in your car.
Well, Jake, you can always run. You just can't go around the track. You can sit there and idle and act like you're going around the track. You're just not going to be able to go around the track because you ain't got no damn tires.
Yeah. That's funny.
Well, that's what I was joking about last night when we was trying my cousin's cart out on the track. I told him this year I'm just going to hook mine to the back of his and just let him tote me around.
Huh.
That way I don't have to spend any money on gas.
Right. So did you have to do any big maintenance to your track since the winter, Jake? Or
no, it held up pretty good. Yeah, it actually held up pretty good. The only thing I done to it last night, yesterday evening, was I tilled it up just to kind of clean it up a little bit and bring the dirt back up, make a good surface to it. And I done that. And I really didn't do the whole track. I just kind of done the bottom of the curves a little bit. And I did do the curves up a little higher in case I want to try the high line out, mostly above the higher side of the track, especially down the straightaways. But I didn't do the whole thing. But it turned out pretty good, better than I thought it would, just for scuffing it up real quick. And I made a few laps in his cart, and then he come over and he made some laps in it, and just kind of making sure the motor's going to run the way I want to, because I just got done building it for him. So seems like it's going to be pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, he's tickled with it. So that's the main thing.
Mm-hmm.
Not
That's
your
awesome.
cousin?
Pardon?
Was that your cousin?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that the motor that we were talking about in the middle of last week? When I
Yep.
talked to you?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's healthier than I thought it was going to be. Really, it is.
Really?
Yeah.
So Jared sent me a message, Ellswick, on here, and he called me up earlier, and there's a guy pretty much doing a selling out trailer, carts, and all kinds of supplies. I'm not sure the exact details, but if anybody's looking for anything like that, the guy's name is Dan Alt, AULT. He's got him on Facebook. Get a hold of Jared, and he can give you some more details on that, on what's being sold, what is for sale, and what he has and stuff like that. But it sounded like a good deal from what he was saying to me. So, yeah, just get a hold of Jared. He wanted me to put that out there for everybody to know.
Yeah, I don't have any problem going to buyouts or swap meets, anything like that. There's some things you do get what you pay for, and then there's some things that you pay more for no reason at all.
Yeah.
Right.
You know.
Right. For sure.
Yeah.
Maybe
It's
he's
like-
got a micron, Jake. Maybe he's got a micron.
Maybe.
Hey, I mean, if somebody in Japan made a Micron knockoff, I wouldn't be afraid to try it. I'm just saying.
I'd try it. Hell yeah, I would.
Yeah, I'd try it.
I mean, what's it going to hurt?
Yeah. See, and that's got really no effect on what you're going to do. You get out there. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. You're going to run the same either way. You just don't have
Right.
the information. That's like the little ones we used to run. Just take that quarter size battery, goes in the back of them. We would check our max RPM. Yeah, we check our max when we come off the track, and we had it set up for the head temp. We checked that, and as long as it wasn't anything stupid, run it, send it.
Let's see here. I'm looking at some in the South Georgia area. Yeah, there's a bunch, but they're still kind of high priced from what I can see. I'll do some investigating on down here, see if I can come up with any.
Yeah, you buy a whole truckload of them, and then you just bootleg them back up here.
Bootleg them back up there. I know
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
I'll be heading back up that way in the next couple weeks. I do know that.
Yeah.
For work related stuff. So
I will say it's funny. Whenever I find a good, cheap setup and it's not a bad deal, it's always down in like North South Carolina.
Yeah.
And you find the same setup around here be like double the price of what it is down there.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why that is. It's because they got more of them down there, or what?
They do a lot of racing. There's a lot of tracks. The more I'm down here, the more tracks are popping up, especially on my Facebook. I'm like, it's not too bad. It's not too bad of a drive. I haven't had a chance because we've been kind of busy with stuff to go hit a race down here yet, but I really want to go just check it out and see and stuff like that. But before we sometime tonight, you're going to have to send me your address. I've got one of them Flat Cart Mafia hats I'm going to send down up your way.
Will do.
In exchange for
Why don't you just bring it with you, and we'll go down to Jake and look at the track.
I could do that. I can hold on to it and do that.
That works.
You know that
Not bad.
We'll just get together on a Saturday, and you and I will drive down to Jake.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah,
this guy's got a really good deal, man. So I've been messaging Jarrett the whole time. He's got a Phantom chassis, 3 brand new sets of tires and wheels, 2 sets, 4 races on it. 1 set's never been ran, 100 pounds of lead, spare parts for everything. The Predator motor has 4 nights on it, 1 new motor just never been ran, cart stand, 1-man cart stand needing a battery, Simpson Devil Ray helmet with carrying case, racing jacket, gloves, neck brace, tire prep, oil. Cart has new body, 4 races on it, some scratches. Cart was this powder coated. Has a Micron 4 with all the stuff, a 5x8 trailer used 4 times, comes race ready, wants 3,800.
That's not
That
bad.
is not a
That's
bad
not
deal,
bad at
man,
all.
for somebody that's looking to get into it.
Yeah. That's not
That
bad
is
at
a
all.
really damn good deal. That's not
With a
bad at
tra-
all.
You know, especially trailer coming with it. That's not bad at
Yeah.
all. You
Yeah,
know,
my God, that's great.
yeah. I know people paying that kind of that money just for the trailer itself.
Oh, I know. It's horrible, isn't it?
Yeah. Trailers are high.
They
Oh,
are.
my God. I'm glad
Remember
I bought mine when I did, man.
Remember that one we went and looked at?
Yes. You know, we probably should have bought that. We probably should have bought that. That probably
It
would have
just-
been a nice trailer if you'd have
set
put some
set
time
on
in
it. Yeah. Yeah.
So he
Yeah,
comes to me, he calls me, Jake, and he was like, "Hey, think I found me a trailer." And I was like, "Okay." He's like, "Go look at it with me." I was like, "All right." So we drive, man. We are in BFE, man. We are almost to Athens, and we
Okay.
get there, and the guy pulled out of his driveway and rolled it over.
Yeah.
And so we get there, and I'm looking underneath of it, man. The frame is bent, part of the axle's ripped out from the frame. And I'm like, okay, Shane, the cosmetic side, like where it rolled, it didn't break none of the wood. It just busted up the sheet metal, right? So it still
Yeah.
looked really good.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
nice.
And I said, Shane, I don't care how much you're paying for this, man. You have nowhere to work on this thing. You got to cut the axles out and put all new in and weld and all that. It'll be a really nice trailer if you got the place to do it and the time, but you're going to have to get new axles and new bracings and all this stuff. I mean, it was a nice trailer, man.
It was.
It was nice.
It was.
V-nose.
nice.
It was V-nose. I think it was like, what was that, 18 foot?
Yeah, they wanted. I think he wanted like $500-600.
$500 for it or something like
$500
that.
for it. Yeah.
But I was
Oh.
like, man, you just don't have the room to, you know what I mean? Like to do
Really,
that.
that's not bad. If you could have got that, yeah.
I just didn't have the tools, the time, and the place for
Right.
it. That was the thing.
Right.
I just didn't. So I just had to pass on it. And they just wanted it out of their driveway.
Yeah.
That's like that S10 I got. I mean, that S10 I got was the dude just wanted it out of his house. $500, take it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, I'll be able to go get it.
Yeah. So, okay, Outlaw Karting, you said that you can reveal the secret to Cobra tire prep, but in the comments, you just put that if you do, you'll lose to everybody on Cobra. Well, it's just not always about the tire, son. It's about your driving ability too. So, what's your secret? You go ahead and let's talk about that if you bring it up.
Yeah.
By Vegas. By Vegas.
By Vegas.
China makes a really good tire. Buy those.
Yeah.
Uh,
But no, as I said, it's I'm getting close. It's there.
So,
I'm very close.
Jarrett's on this one too. He's like, his comment was funny. You already lost to me, so what's nothing new?
No, shots fired.
Shots fired. You go get him, Jarrett.
Shots fired. That is
No,
awesome.
going back to the tire prep thing, man. Everybody thinks they have the best regimen out there. I don't think there is a best regimen. It's just whatever you're comfortable doing and what your results are, what you're getting for your results, and it's all good. I mean, I'm just to the point in racing that I just don't feel like I need to spend hundreds of dollars on tire prep, man. I mean, that's just how I feel about it. And somebody that's new to the sport and trying to get into it, I don't think they need to spend all that money.
I agree. And then really, someone new to the sport, I don't think which has happened here. I've seen it everywhere else. I've seen it in big cars and everything else. You always get somebody comes in new to the sport and they're like, nah, I'm good. I'm going to front right now. And they're like, just start off a little easier. Just Maybe have a little better throttle control, or
I've seen that.
You get out there. Well, I'm just going to hold it wide open, see what happens. And
I done that.
I like it. I like the enthusiasm, but no,
I done that.
Trust me.
Well,
you don't want to do that.
I'm glad that you bring that up because you're 100% right.
Like, yeah, you are.
When I got into this, man, I was in the 250 stock class. And dude, I was dead last for I don't know how many races until I start getting better understanding of the kart, how it ran, how the track react. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I just these guys go out there and man, everybody's lucky now and then tomorrow morning a guy walking past you might drop $1,000. You know what I mean? It all depends on you. You can always win a race on a whim.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, anything can happen. I mean, the perfect example was at Jug's money race last year. I went there. I was in 4th place, man, having all kinds of problems. One guy dropped out, put me up to 3rd. And then when I get ready to pull off the leader going last lap, he blows his motor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, anybody can win.
Night.
And just because you win one,
anything can happen.
Just because you win
anything
one race or 2 races, whatever, does not mean. I mean, I think kind of what happens, man, it gives everybody a big head, and they go out there.
I mean, we've been down here some nights, and we'll stand around, and we hot lap and everything. Everybody kind of gets their own time to go out and do what they need to do, and we just kind of play around hot laps. Everybody takes their own pace, their own time. But there's nights we'll stand down there. There'll be 3 or 4 of us. We'll just watch them. Daggone, they're fast tonight. And then, you're thinking they're going to be probably, in the contender there. They're going to be top running. Time feature rolls around. They can't fall out of a tree, So just track conditions, that alone can change a night.
Oh yeah, that's what gets me, man. Is I mean, we all been to these tracks, we've all seen it, you know what I mean? And what gets me is the guy that's new to karting or new to any kind of form of racing, and they go out there and they buy all this new crap, all this top of the line shit, and they go out there and they can't even drive. That's what gets me. I was like, dude, why are you wasting the money? I don't, you know what I mean? I just don't get it, man. Not everybody has the top of the line shit.
Right. And if somebody's got that kind of money that it's disposable income, I don't have a problem with that. I hate to see someone do it whenever they're pinching pennies somewhere else. Man, I got to have this. I got to have the Micron 6 because the guy sitting next to me has got a Micron 6. It's going to make me faster.
Keep up with the Joneses. Got to keep up with the Joneses.
Right. So I don't see doing that. But at the same time, if someone's got the extra money and they're not, hurting for it at home or anything like that, they can afford that. Buy all the good stuff you want, but also know that's not going to make you faster. It's seat time, experience, and then learning how those things react, like, your chassis, your tires, your engine, the whole thing. Just because you spend a bunch of money don't mean you're going to be running up front.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't know how many times, countless times I've seen it over and over again. I mean, I just look at them like, man, I'm glad you got all that money. Yeah, I'm glad you got all that money to spend, but I mean, I'm not doing it. I mean, you know what I mean?
Right. And and if they got that kind of money, money buys speed, but what's that movie that money don't buy a better driver? Or how is that? What was that? Was that Ford Ferrari? Was it Ford Ferrari? He talked about that.
Yeah, I do believe so.
Money can't buy a better driver, or money can't make a better driver.
Something in that nature, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean it's.
You can have the newest stuff. You can have the biggest motor. That don't mean you're going to be the fastest one there.
Right. I'd rather be like old Harry Hogg from Days of Thunder. You know what I mean? We're going to put it together. We're going to shape you like a bullet. And you go out there and you're still going to suck. You know what I mean?
Go out there and hit the pace car.
Yeah, you come back in the pits and your
Yeah.
teammate looks at you like, look, there's one thing we ain't got to fix. And old Harry Hog just kicks the shit out of
Yep.
you.
That's my cart. That's me.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
You go out there, hit the pace car, you hit everything else.
Yeah. Oh
you
yeah.
hit everything else out there on the track. You might as well go out there and hit the goddamn flag stand while we're at it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Well, that's like Harry. He talking in that movie. He talks about going to give you an extra wide oil pan to cut the wind from underneath of you.
Yeah.
That's why he tells that to the car. Well, I keep joking around here at the track all the time. I'm trying to buy that extra wide oil pan, but I don't know where to put it at on the go kart.
I got this uncle who he used to build drag motors and all this other stuff, and he's sitting there looking at it, goes, wonder if there's a way I could put like a coal intake and stuff, and just the coolest. And he's like, I bet we could run your fuel through this, like I can't remember what he was calling it, but like coal, like ice bath for the fuel lines and all this other stuff. And I'm like, no, no, let's not do that.
Yeah.
Let's not do that.
I mean, there's been some other interesting conversation about what you can and can't do. I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, like, perfect example. I really don't think it's a really good idea to put nitrous oxide on one of our motors.
You want to fly?
You know what I mean? Like, I don't, first of all, I don't think they make a kit that small that gives you like a half a horsepower or a quarter of a horsepower. And second of all, I think it'd be really obvious to tell when you got a solenoid up there and a fogger kit by your carburetor. I mean,
you gotta hide that stuff in your chassis. You gotta do it right.
Yeah, gonna run it all through the chassis since it's hollow, huh?
Yeah.
I mean,
I won't have to worry about running into people if I put wings on it. That's fly.
But the thing is like you do. I mean, they do make a turbo for these motors, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who the hell's going to put one of them on there?
Well, I was thinking, would it be cool, like if you could put like a shifter gear in it, because they have those clutches or the max torque clutches with the 2 driver gears. As if you could be able to figure out how to switch those bad boys, go into like a 10 to a 14 once you get going.
Go into a high gear. Like like an old Mack truck. Truck, you have a low side and a high side. Let's flip the splitter on it, and we're in high gear now, boys.
Oh yeah, won't get him going. He'll be turning around bicycles trying to find parts and stuff.
I don't see that in a rule book.
What was that? What transmission did you guys run when you guys ran big dirt cart, Jake?
Burt transmissions.
So, and you had the high and low side, right?
That's all you got. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all you got. So you imagine something like that on a go-kart where you're out there trying to get it to go into high side. Take off. Yeah. It's so stupid.
I'm just stuck. Hey, whatever you got to do.
Oh yeah,
I guess, man. I mean, I have seen that they do make a turbo for go-kart motors, but I've personally never seen one put on.
I've seen some videos, and the biggest thing they say, they just don't spool up enough. They don't have enough to. You don't have enough exhaust to make them work.
Right. So, I mean, what application would you use? That'd be drag racing would be the only thing I could think of. Or a mini bike or something in that nature. I mean,
if you're not building enough exhaust to make it work, I don't see how it'd work. Now some people's trying to build superchargers or blowers to put on them to help.
I can't. It's a supercharger and a blower. I mean,
Now the blowers actually, from what I understand, they're actually working. So I don't know exactly how they're making it work.
I just don't know the application besides drag racing you would use that for.
Yeah, right.
Now, I would think it would be pretty cool for like national trails or something like that to have like a division for like go-karts and see what you can build. I mean, they already do it for like the junior dragsters, but like adult version.
I've seen them do it in Power Wheels.
Yeah. Don't give me no ideals. I just bought the granddaughter one.
Just slap a 20 volt in there and you'll be all right.
You just
Well, they
gave me
got
a great
conversion
idea,
kits.
by the way. You want to
What's
put a
that?
blower on a go-kart. All you got to do is buy a leaf blower. We'll mount it right up.
Yeah, we'll
Battery.
blow it right up.
Battery.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Battery pack. Put it
I
right
just-
on.
Yeah.
I just picture Fast and Furious, like, hey, it's just like a poof, it just goes up.
Hold on,
I'm
boys.
not-
My battery's almost dead. I gotta
Yeah.
replace the battery.
just going up in flames. I'd be
Yeah.
like a big ball of fire going down the backstretch up there. I goes down.
I mean, can you imagine nitrous oxide on something like that? I mean, the piston would come right through the head.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It might
Imagine
cross the
it-
finish line before you do.
Yeah, it would just. Oh my god,
That's still a win.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, a friend of mine the other day sent me a picture or video, had I can't remember what size it was, but a pretty good size steel chainsaw someone rigged up on nitrous. As soon as he hit the button on it, it blowed the head clean off of it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it had blue flames
I
coming
would
out
have
from under
to.
it.
I mean,
Yeah. He's like, I guess I shot it too
I
much.
gotta purge it. Can you imagine, hey, can you imagine you be out in the wood dropping trees and you're sitting there got to purge your chainsaw?
Yeah, for real.
No.
You got to
I
purge it just to.
Yeah. I tell you, that that'd be a long day right there.
Oh, for real. Oh man.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, hey guys, man, I thank you. We're going to continue this next week.
I love
Everybody,
this forum.
this is. I want to post something on Facebook about what our next one should be. I like having more information, Shane, with you sharing the screen and us be able to look at stuff. And I really like the round table. I say we keep it going. And man,
closer we
everybody,
get
it's
to
getting closer,
season.
man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
We're
we
getting
want to
close
hear
to the
from
season.
everybody. Hope the stuff. Yeah, hope
Oh,
what
hey,
we're doing
I've
and
had-
what we're starting to do is good.
I've had a bunch of people ask. We're going to have our first test and tune May 3rd, just to get that out there again.
Okay.
Yeah, May 3rd
May
will be our
3rd.
first test.
All right.
So,
Well,
just
Shane,
want to
I love it.
I don't know. Is that this weekend or next weekend?
May 3rd. We're getting
May
ready to get into April 3rd or May?
May.
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 Okay, May.
Plenty
May.
of time.
Okay.
Plenty of
May
time.
3rd. Yeah.
Plenty
All
of time. I've been asked a lot lately, so I did post it in our group, and I'm just putting it back out there and let people know.
Okay.
Great.
Good deal.
Great.
Good deal.
Get you some more people down there to check out your fine facility.
Mhm.
And let's just keep growing the sport, man. And
I love it.
we'll get together this week, guys, and we'll come up with another roundtable, and I'll post it on Facebook. Maybe we'll get some
Mhm.
ideas from other people,
Mhm.
Mhm.
and we'll start doing it that way, man. It's working out really good.
Love it.
Everybody have a great week, and be safe.
Yep.
And start working on your carts. It's getting sooner. Getting closer.
Yep,
to
it
what
is.
you
Getting there.
think. So,
Getting there, guys.
Hey, I got me 4 laps in last night. That felt great. I can't wait.
Oh, I
for the
bet
rest
it did.
I don't even want to hear it.
I love
But,
it. I love it.
Thanks everybody for watching and being part of the show and being part of the
Mhm.
family. And we'll see you guys next week.
See you guys next week.
Sound good? See you guys. Thank you.
Bye. Later.
Later.